You are wasting your time every single day that you are not allowing your money to work for you. You are now dedicating years to your current place of employment. Do you want to be there forever? No, nobody does, regardless if you like your job or not. You want to be able to have the options that we should all have, where if you don't want to work there, you can step away because you've leveraged your money to be financially free. And if the concept of financial freedom and being able to step away from your organization when you feel, or maybe not even working for someone else because you're maximizing your time, interests you, make sure you stick around for the full video. My name's Isaiah, and I'm going to use my portfolio here in Robinhood to show how consistency allows you to be financially free. So, with that said, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like, comment down below that you are ready. So with that said, let's jump into the video. I am trying to generate around $2,000 a month in monthly paying dividend income. Not total income for the portfolio for the month, but monthly payers. And for the month of March, we generated just over $1,400 in monthly paying dividends. For the month of April, we're on track to make over $2,000 for the month. $2,000. And no, I'm not trying to time the market. I'm not trying to hope my portfolio looks like this over a week where it says I'm up 6 grand or over 5 grand, or for the month I'm down 1,500 bucks. No, it doesn't matter to me whether my portfolio is up here, way down here, back up here, or anywhere in between. I am showing up every single day and making purchases. I'm holding myself accountable. I post every single trade I make in my premium general group. It's a private group. We have a Discord. I'll talk about them a little bit later in the video, but I do have a link to them in the description below. I'd love to see you there. Tons of free private videos in there for you too. So, when it comes to investing in the stock market, it is not about trying to time the market, because everyone wants to time the market, make a purchase here and sell here. It doesn't work like that, and you're not going to succeed like that. Remember, guys, nothing I say should ever be taken as financial advice. I'm just a guy on YouTube that is documenting my journey, and I'm so glad you are here for it. So, with that said, I never try to time my purchase. Never. I just make my purchases. Money sitting in your bank account, earning less than 1% a year, is losing to inflation. So rather than sitting on an egg or being afraid to leverage someone else's money, I'm taking advantage of these opportunities to generate income for me. So, for example, in this account, because of margin use, I'm able to generate about $2,000 in monthly paying dividends. My margin will cost me a few $100s to pay back. So that means I'm using someone else's money to earn me money. And people get so afraid of using margin, and I'm not saying you should. But I also want you to evaluate what all you are leveraging and using debt for right now. You have a car loan. You have a mortgage. You have student loans. You have credit card debt. Do you have any financed items in your house? Couch, stove, refrigerator. More than likely, you have some of these 5 I just mentioned, if not all 5. So you are using other people's money to buy you stuff. Why don't you use other people's money to make you more money? And again, I'm not saying you should. I just want you to explore that avenue and change your mindset of, oh no, I can't. There's no way. That's too risky. All debt that we take on is risky because you're going to be paying for it for a long time. You take out student loans when you're 18 and you're paying for it in your 30s and 40s. Think of how long that you're paying for it. I'm somebody that is paying off my student loans. I have a PhD, not used anything for it. Waste of money. But I was informed that I needed to go to school in order to have a job, in order to provide and things like that. And we were all fed the same thing. I've learned since then that that's not the case. But I still have to pay back that debt, and I'm in my 30s. So, am I close to paying it off? Yes. Could I pay it off at any point? Yeah, probably. But I'm, paying off each month like everyone else, paying a little bit of interest. I'm not making the minimum payment, so I am trying to reduce my interest on that. But my point of that is I leverage something to give me an opportunity. That's what student loans do. You leverage money to provide you an opportunity. I'm trying to leverage money to buy time. So if I generate $2,000 this month in monthly paying dividends, and I make $20 an hour to 95, I don't have a 95 that pays me $20 an hour. But if I did, I just freed up 100 hours of my time. 100 hours. That is 2 full weeks of work plus half of the next week, assuming you're working an average 40-hour week. That means you're only working 1 full week and a half a week a month in order to cover the rest of your 40 hours, the rest of your 160 hours a month, because 100 of those hours are already covered with your dividends. Or if you're like me and you love option selling, that is the primary source of my income. But nonetheless, that consistent investment, showing up, being disciplined, making sure you have automatic deposit turned on so you can ascend to those levels of financial freedom. Level 1 is when your contributions from your 9 to 5, whatever money you're putting in, $500 a month, $100 a month, whatever it is, make sure you're putting it in. But whatever it is, your dividends or your option premium payouts are more than you are contributing. That's level 1. Once you get to that point, you have seen the first step in progress. And it's honestly harder to get to level 1 than it is to get to level 2 and 3, in my personal opinion. Level 2 of financial freedom is where your dividends or option income covers your entire monthly expenses. So for me, it's about $2,800 for the month. That's my mortgage, my student loans, and everything else I need to survive. So that means I need to generate $2,800 a month in payouts and dividends in order to cover all of my bills. So that would mean level 2 of financial freedom for me is generating $2,800 a month in dividends. Level 3 of that financial freedom is where your payouts cover not only your expenses, but also allows you to grow the account more. So let's say I generate $4,000 a month for monthly paying dividends, which I will down the road in this account because I'll show up every day. And I won't sell stocks when the market's up. I won't sell them when they're down. If I believe in them, I'm holding them forever. And regardless of which way the market's going, whatever it's doing, I'm generating $4,000 a month. $2,800 covers all my bills, and now $1,200 is contributed back in every single month to help grow the machine stronger, faster. And then on top of that, as the account grows, I can utilize more margin, which I can use that margin for other facets of my life in terms of investing into other opportunities, investing into more stocks in the portfolio, whatever it may be, because again, we don't pay taxes on loans, margins, loan money. So not tax advice or anything like that, but things like that to allow you to leverage more opportunities. So I'm going to show some of the funds that I've been purchasing consistently every single day. So XPay, I have 174 shares. I'm planning on generating around $150 for this month. I've been trying to buy about a share or so a day. I want to get to 200 shares, which will give me about $180 a month in dividends from them. I have 9 monthly dividend payers. So at the surface, you're like, oh man, $180, that's not changing anybody's life. No, it's not. But add a couple more funds in there through consistency, and it allows you to be that financially free. So for example, ORC, I have 700 shares. Every 100 shares generates me $12 a month. So now I'm going to get paid $84 for the month of April for this. So you combine that $160 from XPay, put in $84 for ORC, we're up to about $240. Perfect. Now we're talking. The cornerstone funds, CRM, CLF, I think they're cornerstones of a lot of people's portfolios. They pay every single month, and I have enough shares that gives me about $420 per month for each one. Right there, that's $840. Add that to the $240. Now we're over $1,000 in monthly paying dividends right there. Perfect. We're going to keep cooking. PDI, my all-time favorite. We've got it, so now we're generating over $500 for the month from them. All right? Let's say we're at $1,600 now, rough estimate, for the month. That's fantastic. We add in T-SPY, TDAC, QQI, and QILD up here, and that gets us up to our $2,000 for the month. That means without clocking in, without showing up and giving someone my time, I'm going to generate $2,000 in monthly paying dividends. Again, I'm going to generate more income. I have a couple weekly payers, and I also have option income, as we see up here. We've got quite a few options open still. You see these things, and you combine all these sources of income, and they're allowing me for that financial freedom to pick and choose what I do with my time. Whether I want to work for someone else, whether I want to work for myself, I have those options. Do you have those options? And if you don't, you are impeding your own growth by not at least trying and being consistent. We are 4 months in to 2026. That's crazy. We blinked and it was 2005, and now it's 2026. I don't know where the time goes. No idea. But what I do know is, regardless of the decade, I am going to continue to invest. I'm going to continue to grow my accounts, and I'm going to continue to be successful because I'm not following other people's trends. I'm not making moves based on what someone else is doing. I am purchasing things that I believe in. And at the end of the day, that's all investing truly is. You find something you use, you believe in, Apple phone, Peloton bike, it does not matter. Verizon cell service, if you use it, why not purchase some shares of it? If you like the product, rather than giving the product your money through purchases, why don't you purchase ownership into that product by buying shares of the company stock? So things like that, it makes it so much easier to get into investing because we're not trying to time everything. We're not trying to get lucky. We're not trying to be the best investor there is. We're not trying to be sold on a get-rich scheme that does not work. It will not happen. I cannot reiterate that enough, guys. It is not going to happen. You are not going to sign up for a trading course and get rich overnight. And if you think you are, you've lost. Because that's not how investing works. And Warren Buffett has said it, where the stock market is the place where we transfer wealth from the inpatient to the patient. That's true. I see so many people, just in the last month alone, I've been investing for about 18 years. Over the last 3 months, people buying here and selling here because, oh man, they're down 20 grand. We got to get out of this. We got to get out of this. And then we come back around, and the portfolio is back where we are. We've accumulated twice as many shares because they were cheaper. And so now in 5 years, when all these funds are, $3 or $4 more expensive than they are currently, but we have 10 times as many shares, we're now generating $6,000, $7,000 a month because we continue to grow and share value. So I want to cut to my premium general group. I gave a quick prelude to it at the beginning of the video, but I do want to give a quick shout out. Then I want to show my history, let you guys see some of the cash that's hitting the account, that has hit the account. And I do want to reiterate a couple more very important points, so please stick around, and we'll be right back. Okay, here I am with the Premium Generals group. It's the best group on YouTube. It's only $10 a month. Come in, stop by. We have over 100 videos, most being portfolio updates, but a ton of educational videos such as how to sell cash secured puts, how to sell covered calls, how to do credit spreads, how to do debit spreads, the strangle method, how to use margin, and so many other forms of investing. On top of that, I have a Discord. Anybody that's a Premium General gets to be in the Discord, and I post every single option I roll, every single option I sell, every single stock I purchase, every move I make. It goes to the Premium Generals first, and on top of that, guys, you get to be featured in every single video. So if you're somebody that wants to learn a little bit more, have some fun, and possibly grow with us, swing by. Love to have you. And with that said, let's get back into that video. Okay, we are back in our dividend history here. Let's take a peek. We have end of the month, $84 from ORC going to hit the account. Fantastic. My 2 weekly pairs, I'm going to get $100 next week from each of them. COYY is really the only dud there, but that's not really what I want to talk about. Let's talk about these monthly pairs that have hit the account. T-SPY, we just got our payment for April, $152. That's amazing. Amazing. Last month, this counts as last month's payout because it was ex-div in April or March. $242 from PDI. We are over doubling that for the month of April. We're going to get over $500. That's amazing. These two cornerstone funds that hit 407, 404 for the month of April, they're around going to be 420 and maybe 425-ish by the time we actually get to that point. So right there, between those three funds, that's just under $1,500 for the month. And then the rest will be kind of spread out through ORC, TDAC. We already saw the 157 from T-SPY, XPay, QQQI, things like that. One of the funds that is not a dividend payer but an option seller, NIO. I've had that in my portfolio for a long time. For this portfolio, for a long time. Maybe I want to go check it out here, depending how fast the Robinhood's going to move on the Easter weekend, Friday, Good Friday. So let's go take a look here in the trade history of NIO. I want to show you guys something, kind of the value of option selling. So last year, if I go to my show more trade history here in NIO, if we get it to load, maybe I won't get it to load, but we'll see. So it got called away. $4 covered call, selling calls. When you sell a covered call, you're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. I owned 400 shares. Every option contract is 100 shares, so I had 4 option contracts on NIO agreeing to sell it for $4. Well, it's been over $4 for over a year now. Why didn't get it called away? Well, I've been rolling these positions. You see this? Every time I roll the position, I'm getting a credit. Look at these. All these cancels is me trying to roll it, but 108, 36, 20. I have been rolling NIO since April, March 31st, right there. I sold a covered call on NIO and April 14th of 2025. That means I've been rolling this position. All I'm doing is agreeing to sell it. That's all I was doing. Agreeing to sell it for what I bought it for. And over the course of a year, I'll let you guys tally up the credits and let me know in the comments. But look at all that cash we collected just from rolling the position. All I do is agree to sell it. I add a little bit more time onto the contract in terms of, rather than let it expire this Friday, I move it out another month so it doesn't expire until next Friday, and I get paid a credit. NIO has those ADR fees, so every now and again I did have to pay out $8, but I think that was like once a quarter. But and then at the end of it, I finally sold it for $4 a share. I just let it get called away rather than roll it. That's $1,600 generated, as you saw, maybe $400 or $500, which is a 30% yield for a year. Even the best dividend payers aren't giving you 30%, and if they are, they're overpaying and you're losing on share appreciation, and you're not actually making any money in the long run. So NIO right there, just an example of how option selling can definitely add up a lot faster than dividend payouts. $1,600 for the month, or for that, and that cash that we're getting will go into more monthly payers, because the focus of this account right now is to get it to where I am generating about $2,800 a month in monthly paying dividends. And then I want to get a little bit more hands-on again with option selling, because I grew this account from 25 to around 70,000 solely through option selling. It wasn't until I hit that mark where I started adding in monthly paying dividend funds just to add a little bit more variety into this account. And truthfully, that's a lot for YouTube, if I'm being fully transparent. For my accounts that aren't on YouTube, I like option selling. I think it's the easiest way to generate income, just my opinion. But it's not exciting to watch a machine work successfully. So it's now you add in a couple more complexities for YouTube, and I'm okay with that because I still believe in these monthly paying funds, and hopefully it gets new people into investing. Because the whole goal of this channel is, one, I want to grow. I want to have a successful YouTube platform. Never lie about that. But I also want other people to get the concept that investing is not a challenging thing. It is as simple as buying things you use, buying things you like, and then walking away. And if you do that for 10 years, probably even 5 years, your life will be so different. Because after 5 years, you will probably reach level 1 in the financial freedom, where you are already generating more than you're putting in. And like I said, it'll take you longer to get to that level 1 than it will to 2 or 3 because of the compound effect. Albert Einstein, the eighth wonder of the world, compounding. And it is. It'll take you longer to go from 0 to 25,000 than it will to go to 26,000 to 100,000 because of compounding. It's an incredible thing. So what starts out and feels small and slow adds up so fast. And again, it's not real. How many of you graduated high school yesterday, but then you realized you just had your 20-year reunion? You have kids and you blink and now they're teenagers, and it's amazing. Time is not real. So rather than staring at these green lines every day, buy something, walk away, and do that for a year. I challenge you, starting today, because the best time to invest was yesterday. The second best is today. So the market is closed today. But if you watch this video on Monday, or you're fired up and ready to go, open up your brokerage. It doesn't have to be Robinhood. It could be Fidelity, Webull. There's so many great ones. Open it up and make sure you purchase something that you use. Not what someone else is using. Not what someone else is buying. Something you use every day. Whatever it is, purchase it every day. A share, a half a share, a fractional share. Whatever you can afford. $5 every single day. And no, I am not a channel where I'm telling you to sacrifice things. I love my energy drinks. I love my creatine. I'm not going to sacrifice those. But I am cutting out things that are a little excessive. Did I need a $30 meal when I got filled up with a 15? Those are the type of sacrifices I recommend making. I don't want you to cut out the things that bring you joy. If that energy drink helps you function twice as effectively, maximize it. Take it. Creatine helps you recover faster. Make those gains look fantastic. Whatever it is, don't cut it out if it helps you. If it helps you succeed, do it. If it's a boredom purchase, which we all fall into those, probably more often than we realize, those are the ones we need to step away from. You're online scrolling and you make a purchase. Don't do that. Go online, put your money in before you have an opportunity to spend it, and then just watch it grow. Watch it grow. It's amazing. That is how you win in the world. You commit, you show discipline, and you show up every day. And that's not just investing. Go to the gym every day for a year. Eat healthy for every day for a year. Try mind improvements. Play chess every day for a year. Watch what happens. You will evolve as a person. So just try it. I challenge you. I know I rant and rabble on for quite a while here, and I appreciate it. If you stayed this long, you're fantastic. I really appreciate you. Final Four this weekend. I got Arizona winning the tournament. Let me know who we got. But with that said, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.